What is up, everybody? Happy frickin' Sunday. How's it going, Queen? Pooh Bear, Kawsar? Good to see you. How's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. Like always, we're gonna be back with some Jedi Survivor today, but before we get to Jedi Survivor, I want to take 30 minutes at least to talk about our Lord and Savior, the DBZ Gohan themed G Fuel. I'm very curious about this G Fuel flavor. So it's called Hidden Power. It is pegged as a citrus freeze flavor, and so I'm curious to know if like G Fuel put in some sort of like freezy aspect to it somehow, because there's certain like flavors out there where they've inserted a minty kind of cooling effect to it. And they've got, like, you know, the opposite is true as well for something like the chili dogs flavor, where they had like a hot heat kind of element to it. I mean, besides just being straight disgusting. But so I'm curious to see if they did something like that to make this resemble a more slushy freeze type of flavor. I'm thirsty though. I'm not hungry, but I am thirsty. So we're gonna find out what this Hidden Power tastes like. Alright, they call it citrus freeze. But what kind of citrus is it gonna be? Is it gonna be lemon? Is it gonna be lime? Is it gonna be orange? Is it gonna be... That's all the citruses, right? Are there any more citruses besides that? Oh, this one's powdery. Okay, so this is one of those things, this is one of those flavors that just, it doesn't have a smell, really. It just smells like dirt. It honestly doesn't smell like anything. And some of them are just like that. I don't know what causes that exactly, but some of them just be like that. They just smell like dirt. Right, let's get a nice girthy scoop. Citrus freeze. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be accurate? Next week on Saturday, I will be trying the brimstone flavor. So the brimstone one is just kind of a normal flavor, really. It's like a cran raspberry. So you could go to the store. They make cran raspberry, cran raspberry juice in the stores. You can get that easily. But it's the Binding of Isaac's themed G Fuel. So if anybody has played Binding of Isaac, I don't know how this relates. The flavor or the name Brimstone, I guess that's something in the game probably, but I would not know. All right, let's get the water in here. Oh, it's just white. Oh my, the smell. Okay, it's got pretty strong smell. Strong, it doesn't... Is it citrusy though? It just smells like, kind of smells like American Smarties. The candy. Those Sweet Tart candies. It's a power in the game that's very strong. Okay. Grapefruit, is that a citrus? It's considered a citrus? I don't think I've ever seen a white flavor. This is the first that I know of. If DJ were here, he'd be able to tell me if there's some other flavor out there that's white. But yeah, it's just, this is the first one I've seen. I gotta admit, the smell, if someone was telling me, I've got something you gotta try, it's a citrus freeze. It tastes like citrus freeze. This smell, I'd be convinced. I'd be like, yeah, that's citrus freeze. So far we're good. We're on track for an accurate flavor. All right, let's give it a taste. It's pretty good. It's not overly sweet. It's a bit bitter, actually. It's got maybe too much of the citrusiness in there. It's kind of bitter. It's not sour, but it's just bitter. but not overly sweet. It's got, you know, a pretty refreshing kind of taste to it. Definitely something you want to drink nice and cold. But yeah, citrus freeze, I'd say it's pretty accurate. I can't like I'm trying to pin down like the exact kind of flavor though that they used. It's something sweet. It's probably just a lemon that's in there, but it's almost like just raw lemon juice, right? Like not something super sweet. I do like it though. Actually, out of all the G Fuel flavors, I'd say this is the one that is like the most thirst quenching. You know, because some other flavors, you know, they're too sweet or they're just candy flavors and you can't really like gulp those down. Like let's say you're super thirsty. Those types of flavors, they're not really types of flavors that you can just gulp down. This one though is like the hot summer day flavor that you want, the citrus freeze. So I think it's pretty solid. Not woe juice. It's pretty woe worthy though. It's close to woe juice. Yeah, I like it. It's a good flavor. This will be a good one to mix too. Do I have a favorite? I do. It's one I actually just mentioned. It's called Maiden's Blood. I don't have it here in front of me, but it is the Resident Evil Village themed flavor that came out when Village released, and it's an extra tall like G Fuel container. It's got Lady D on the front, and it is what's the exact flavor? I don't know. It's something with lychee in it. It's like a strawberry sort of lychee kind of flavor, and it's so good. It tastes very different from any other flavor. You just like it for her booba. No. It tastes so much different. Like, there's certain G Fuel flavors where they use, like, natural ingredients. And that's definitely one of them. I've got 33 flavors, alright? I've got 33 flavors in my cabinet. So I've tried a lot. And there's a bunch of flavors that I've tried that I didn't buy. So I've probably tried like over 60 flavors, and out of all of those that I've tried, there's like two or three that taste so different than any other flavor because they use natural flavorings and more natural ingredients rather than just artificial flavoring. And the Maiden's Blood one is one of those. Like it's a special flavor. It's easily my number one. It tastes very good, and I only bought one tub. And like I said, it's a tall tub, so it's not quite two of these tall. It's like maybe right there. So 1.5, I guess. And I still got some in there from when Resident Evil Village came out. So that was, what, I don't know, a year and a half ago? When did Village come out? May 7th, 2021. Okay, so we're already past 2 years. I don't know exactly if the flavor itself actually came out at that point. Sometimes it comes out a little bit after a game release. But yeah. So I've still got some left. I've been nursing that for sure, making it last, because it is truly the best flavor. And they don't make it anymore, so sometimes they bring back themed flavors like that, but it's pretty rare. It'll likely take a while if they ever get around to it. Good. I like this flavor. So next Saturday we'll try the Brimstone, and we'll go from there. But solid flavors all around. So I tried the Unicorn Sunshine yesterday. Fucking yesterday, last week already. Time flies. And I like this one too. This one is rainbow stripe gum flavored, but it doesn't taste like gum. It just tastes like a fruity sweet flavor. I don't really get too much of the gum aspect in there, which is good because I've had a bad experience with the actual straight bubblegum flavor. It is not good. But this one's solid, so I'm very, very pleased with these 2 flavors so far, and we'll try that 3rd one next week. But today, let us get into some more Jedi Survivor. Don't really recall where we left off. I know last week I spent literally an hour and a half fighting a ridiculous frog boss, and that was great. We got through it. I was committed. I was determined to spend the entire stream fighting that stupid boss, no matter how long it took. Maybe this week I'm gonna go through and actually see how many deaths it took for me, because it took an hour and a half, so it's a lot of deaths, and I might consider doing some sort of death montage or something like that. But we'll see. See how much motivation I have this week to do something like that. But we did manage to get through a couple big missions still after that. We are reunited with... what's her name? Marin? Yeah. Reunited with her. I think she's coming along for the ride now. She was reluctant to at first, but now she'll be joining us. And we're going to go from there. Continue hunting down this High Republic Jedi that we brought back to life a couple weeks ago. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully no more frog bosses. Alright, what's our goal? Search for the compass on Kobo. Okay, so we're going back to Kobo. I believe the ship is this way? No. Above Austin Powers. I haven't seen those movies in so long. Why are we walking? It's forced me to walk through there. Toit! Toit like a tiger.
Booga booga.
Lemon!
Follow hide.
Look at me, Lemon. Look at me. No. 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 How's it going, Lemon? Thank you for the bits. You do too much. Jedi. Kobo. That's where we're going.
Headed to Kobo's finest watering hole.
About to take a fat nap. You enjoy that nap.
Atlantis has changed.
Oh yeah, Cal and Bode, they ain't exactly the cleaning types.
I cleaned this morning. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. That's on me.
Marin, I didn't know you were coming. Hey, maybe I'll pick up some scat steaks. Why'd you join back up anyways?
Seer and I believe Tanalor could be a refuge for those persecuted by the Empire.
Persecuted by the Empire, huh? Kinda get crowded.
Let me get in my seat. Why do you have to go back to work tonight, Lemon?
Time to land.
Why don't you just call in sick?
Welcome to Kobo.
Cal, so glad you're back. You missed all the action. It was horrible.
Did something happen?
The Raiders paid us another visit. Took a shine to that droid you found.
See?
They took her, Cal. Carried her right out. She's been droid napped.
My saloon better be okay, Turgle. I think you brought this down on us.
I'm innocent, Mr. Grease. Promise.
Dagon sent them. He's after Tanalor.
There must be something more to Z than we realized. Something scrambled up in her memory banks.
We have to rescue her. Once he gets what he wants, he'll scrap her for sure.
It won't be easy to get her back. The Raider base is in the swamp. They gutted an old Lucre Hulk battleship from the Clone Wars.
We've seen it. Means they got a lot of firepower.
As do we.
She's right. Now's our time to move.
I like where this is going.
They already have what they came for. They're back at their fortress feeling safe, complacent.
They'll never see it coming.
Maybe not. But if you're wrong, then they'll be looking for payback.
Not to worry. I will stay here and look after Grease and the others.
You sure?
I think you two can manage. Just don't let him swim without supervision.
Let me know if you need help.
Nice sax.
Name's Mosey.
Marin.
All right. I'll scout ahead. Meet you there?
You answered the phone the other day. This group was calling specifically for you, Lemon. You got a fan base now, huh? That's kind of cool. Hopefully it's a good group. Well behaved. That's the most important part, right? Turgle's ugly as fuck, yeah. Not a looker, that Turgle.
The new fella. Howdy.
Howdy back at you.
If you're looking for a side, you might want to trek to the higher edges of the canyon.
Is it worth the hike?
I wouldn't know. Never been there myself. Too steep to climb. And there's a lot of creatures up there. Some of them won't even eat you.
Sounds like paradise.
It's a tough climb, but you'll find a way up. And you'll see the true majesty of Kobo. I just know it.
Oh, something I wanted to do as well was change up the stances. So I wanted to set it up. I might only be able to do it at a meditation point. Yeah, I can't actually choose it here. I wanted to do the dual wield and the double blade. Make those like my two primary stances. So where we're going is all the way out here. It's all this stuff, though. I don't know why I have this beacon here. I think that's old. Dual wield is dope. I'm gonna go through here and go to the store. See if there's anything interesting I can buy. Hey, little buddy. Oh.
Sense of foul presence. No, it couldn't be.
That's rude. A foul presence. Oh. Okay, we got one of these. Great, we're gonna start the stream off by getting my ass kicked at some boss. The all-knowing frog. Oh no! I'm brought back to face the demons from my past. Oh fuck. This is what Kirby was talking about, actually. Now, he was saying that facing the 2 frog bosses was easier than the 1. So let's see how this goes. What are you gonna... It's like, are you gonna attack? Okay, they still do that.
I need help.
They do those attacks too. Okay. All right. Not as bad as the actual frog boss that one-shots you.
The echo's still here. I don't think that did it.
Thank you, Lemon. Enjoy your nap. If I don't see you again, then have a good day at work. With your fan group. The heck? I gotta jump for that one, I think. Alright, I'm not gonna bother with this. I'm not ready for this. Not at the start of stream.
That didn't do it.
Do what I originally came here for.
Oh, what a helpful droid.
E-code. Open the locked door and go in the shop. Oh, okay. And buy some... Oh, it's just cosmetics.
You got a good eye.
Music tracks? Interesting. Can't preview it though. I wonder if the locked door is worth it.
See you soon.
Probably not.
I don't see what all the fuss is about with that droid.
I think she's talking about Z.
It's like that's all people want to talk about.
A droid that old is pretty exciting.
Well, I'm old. No one wants to talk about me. Look, let me tell you. I was one of the first people in this town, and I have seen a whole lot of fads and flavors of the week.
Like what?
We once had a fire juggler come in. People paid to see her, too. 50 credits a pop.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. Till she burned half the food silo down.
Not fun.
See, stuff that's new is exciting, sure, but what really counts is consistency, reliability.
Alright. She just sells cosmetic stuff. Alright, let's make our way around over this way, I think. Or it could be from here. Might be this direction, actually. Hard to know. What is going on over here? Oh, great. Controller battery's low. In a minute. Okay, I am going the right way. Sir, I'm not trying to mess with you. Alright, you little shit. That was an awkward visual. Oh, okay. Alright, they're a little bit tougher. While I'm here, I should swap batteries. Let's go kill this droid.
I'd never see another lightsaber in all my remaining days.
It's just another target. Even we can deal with one target.
We're Priorite. Wonder what this will fetch a dumb a shot.
Jedi will no joke.
They're just chit-chatting amongst themselves up there. Oh. I was trying to do the evade ability. Precision evade. Focused sight. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. It just takes a while to activate, I guess.
You got spotted. Just move. All right.
We're so far away.
Oh, you don't know what you're in for, do you?
Should we be worried?
Oh, here's this fucker. Just causing havoc among the local wildlife. Oh my god.
Need help, bud?
didn't you just do that from the beginning? I need your assistance.
Let's go.
Can't pick this up.
Thanks for the ride.
Oh. What's this? Because we can now go through those doors. Not me getting distracted. But the green energy doors we can go through. Dyad! Oh, shit. Oh, shit! This isn't what I wanted. How's it going, Dyad?
Huh? Did you do that? Wait, what's... No!
Aha. Oh! Just been relaxing at home. It's been raining, so I've been inside all day. That sounds nice. Nice, relaxing, rainy day. Alright. I'm not meant to go through this area yet, I suppose. Thunder was loud as fuck 2 hours ago. You were scared. Not raining here today, but it is quite warm. Oh shit. Alright, how do we call the mount again? It's under abilities. Alright. Companion combat assist, no. I guess we're going on foot. Oh, there's another mount right here. Okay, this looks like the right way.
Here we go, buddy.
Boiling Bluff.
There's only the Force.
I think this is where I can change my stances. Yeah. We're gonna do double blade and dual wield. Let's see if we can start putting any. Well, I've only got one skill point, but backstep slash LB the next to attack and move backwards. Okay. Basically, try to reserve the double blade.
Okay, let's go.
For like crowd control when there's lots of enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely quicker. Oh, okay, we've been here before, actually. Remember this. Is that a wall over there? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, I didn't actually save over here. Alright. Can't wall run with the mount, so might as well just run down here. Okay, perhaps this isn't the place that we go. Is this a cave? Can't see shit! Okay, we're good. We're back in this area. We go all the way back over there. All the way back.
Come on.
See, we can use this. What's up, Cass? How's it going? Thank you for the raid. How's it going, Cass? Welcome on in, everybody. How was the rest of your stream? I saw you swapped over to 7 days for just a little bit. How did that go? 'Twas good. I don't know if there's any reason for me to do anything different with this right now. I don't think so. Oops. It's a lot harder, but also fun. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're having fun. Speaking of having fun, this guy's just waiting to tear my limbs off. No, you're spiky.
I need help.
Alright, so we're supposed to go through here now. What you got planned for the rest of the day, Cass? Just gonna slip on through this little crack in the wall. Voila! We're in a new area.
There it is.
Got your mark, I'm coming in.
Oh. When am I gonna get a jetpack to just fly in?
Anyone spot you?
Me? Not a chance. What are we
7 days with the Seaster.
Any sign of the droid?
Some kind of service gantry.
Could be a way in.
It's the best option I can see. Only way to the Lucre Hulk is through this swamp.
For you, maybe. You want to ride, BD?
When you're ready, make a move on that gantry. I'll be watching.
Copy that.
He thinks
Way
he's
not
so
to get mud in
slick.
your boots, huh?
Here's a question. If
Now we just gotta
Jedi...
rescue Z.
If Jedi can lift things, you know, typical, normal telekinesis, why can't they fly? Is it just too difficult to sustain if I wanted to just fly over there? Like, obviously they can jump and they can boost themselves to jump very far and very high. But if you're a sufficiently skilled Master Jedi, you would think you'd be able to just straight up fly whenever you want to. Asking the real questions, right? Actually, I think Sidious does basically fly in the Clone Wars anyway. In his prime, he does pretty much just straight up fly sometimes.
Hard to believe anything could live in this swamp. I guess our friend here makes it work.
How convenient to have friends like this.
You see that building, buddy? Guess someone does live here. Or did once.
How much do you think this is worth?
Nothing's worth crossing the Raiders. Now move.
I'm not leaving you here.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. But we must
You see
find
that,
a
sugar?
Can't we just get
Hey,
you a new
beautiful.
one?
Absolutely not. My entire life is on that data pad.
How's it going?
Let's check this place out.
How's Diabler?
Cal, what are you doing out here?
I could ask you the same question, Zig.
I came out here to look for Z.
Yeah, me too.
Ahem. And I am Winnie Eres. Carl, was it? We've only just met, but I could use some assistance.
What do you need?
Everybody needs
I was
something.
told there's a bird in this swamp that spots a resplendent plumage. But when I tried to get a closer look at one, it snatched my datapad and flew away.
Where'd it go?
They've got a nest at the top of a spire nearby. I'd go, but Winnie here says I gotta stay by her side.
Yes, that spire there. It's so
Karma!
so far.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Karma. 7 months, Corms.
That's a Coruscant saying, perhaps a more simple. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you so much, Karma. Hoi! How you doing today, Karma? Doing good right now. You're playing around with some makeup ideas. Diablo's on in the background. Makeup ideas. That sounds fun. I like it. I'm doing good though. We just started. Actually, one of the first things I encountered was a challenge where you fight 2 of those frog bosses at the same time. It's in one of the shops here on Kobo. And so Kirby warned me, or didn't warn me about that one. He did tell me that fighting the 2 is a lot easier than just the 1. But I tried it a couple times and it's still pretty tough, so I'm just gonna leave that for later.
Please. That databank contains all my designs, not to mention my reference databank. Without it, I'll be starting all over from scratch. I mean, even more than I already am.
Good luck finding that datapad, Cal. And be safe. Those gliders perch in high places.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Send me pics when you're done. Fuck those frogs, yeah. I tried it twice, and it is easier. They're not quite as aggressive, but it's still 2 at the same time. So it's tough.
Is it possible to find a new datapad on a planet like this?
Well, not new, but I bet I could.
You're doing okay, Karma? That's good. I'm glad you're doing okay.
That said, I'm afraid
I can't move that, but there's no other way up to the pillar either.
Why can't I move it? Am I not strong enough?
Very nice.
Okay, well, can't do anything, I guess. Huh.
This stuff gets everywhere.
I don't know if this is safe. Well, we'll find out. Forgot I could do that, actually. A little dash.
Yep, still not great.
You can just walk through it, I think. You might die.
You ever been in a ship this big before, buddy? Been a long time for me. Not looking forward to it. It's Z's in there. We're not leaving without her.
We're going on a rescue mission to get Z. She got herself into some trouble. Uh-oh. Good thing I can do that mid-air dash.
Assess delivered damage. Target anti-base.
I hope he doesn't move.
Strong. You are strong.
Okay, now we got shortcuts to and from. They sink all the way? Nope. We're gonna be doing some more climbing, it looks like.
Let's stop for a moment.
Half hour later, Pooh Bear. Sugar! Classic Pooh Bear.
Patrolling. Roger, roger.
Sounds like trouble.
And we like trouble.
I'll go high.
Throw more of those.
Good call.
Ah, the classic battle tanks.
No getting that out.
Nice job.
Checking.
Trying to wade across would be a bad idea.
I don't know what that,
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. My goodness.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I can't avoid that one. Supposed to automatically avoid it. I guess I'm out of force ability or force energy though. Oh, cool. A collaborative execution. How's it going, Emily?
I guess knocking isn't an option.
We'll find our own way.
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. My goodness. Let's go over there.
Any ideas, Cal? You smell that too, BD?
Guess a platform is somewhere else.
This doesn't work. Yeah, it's up there, Cal.
Think you can break that coupling?
Let's find out.
Nobody cares, Pooh Bear.
When in doubt.
Oh, I was too far. Oh, shit. You forgot how juicy it'd be. Yeah, right. You didn't forget. That's permanently ingrained in your mind. Is that all there is over here? It's supposed to go up. Game's going good. We encountered another set of those frog bosses, Emily. It's a challenge, though. We can just skip by it. And I tried it twice, but it's still pretty tough. So I opted not to spend the entire stream doing those.
She thinks Tanalorr could really help the path.
All right. But you do seem happier now that she's around.
Okay, let's focus. See needs us.
What am I doing?
piece of junk could sink any second. Nah, she'll hold. Just wait till you see what's inside.
Where are you going? Supposed to go back over here? Oh, there's like a thing right there. Okay. Put this back on. Ooh, we're up to 30. I think it's this. Yeah.
You know, I broke into a freighter on the nav once.
Yeah? Any tips?
No. It was nothing like a Lucre Hulk. Not sure why I even mentioned it.
I like how Bode's just chilling while I crawl along these walls.
Could you clear this up?
Absolutely. Slow up. Enemies nearby. Needs a jetpack, huh?
Yeah, I mean, a jetpack would be nice.
459. Trespasser detected. Intensify firepower. Initiating attack. I have sustained damage. Launch rock. Repeat attack.
Ready to help. Are those droids arguing?
It happens more than you think.
No wonder they lost. Come on, let's go. I'll make sure the coast is clear. Miss me, BD? Just look at this place. Ready, Cal?
Yeah.
How can I get up there? Workbench. Ah. Okay, not possible.
Stay alert. If anyone comes this way, kill them. Roger, roger. They will be eviscerated. Oh, this one understands. No mercy.
Spotted some hostiles. Let's take them down.
I've taken damage. I live for this. I'll run you.
Watch the blast radius. Keep going up, yeah? Somehow?
There.
Never doubted you.
I wonder if this is the way I'm supposed to go.
Be careful.
The door down there is probably locked, though. I didn't actually check. We're coming up here. Oh! What the fuck happened there? We're just dancing here. Not hitting anything, just... Hey. Oh, what the fuck? I'm alive! Oh, God. I didn't know that door was gonna have a sudden electrical discharge there. That was absolutely horrible. Nobody saw that. Accurate.
Scaling a beaten-up warship, just like the old days. Where are they going?
Hey, we got a shortcut. Uh-oh.
Removing targets. Systems damaged.
That's pretty cool. You go through like a little meditative state. Come get me. Oh. You have to be careful though, because if you run out of force energy while doing that, you just end up taking the hit. Taco hell time? What you gonna get, queen? Wasn't sure if I could make that jump or not. Look at all these look at all these, all this artillery and ships. They are loaded in here. Supposed to jump over there? Guess so.
Stay alert. We have reports of hostiles in the area.
We're under attack? Here?
Ready for battle. Keep this area locked down. Whatever Rayvis is up to, it's drawn some unwanted attention. Any other day, stealing from those slow-minded prospectors would mean a thing. But now, it's about time.
Wait, you destroyed him.
I can stand back.
He's got some skill.
ship knows we're here now, huh?
Chicken burrito and fried chicken taco. Nice. It might be a Mexican night for me too. Can I just walk through this? Do I have to? Yeah. Cannot phase through that like the green ones. I don't think I've ever tried any chicken from Taco Bell. This goes that way. I think we're supposed to go over here.
It's locked or jammed or something.
It won't open. There is an invader.
Taco Bell ain't Mexican, but I had Mexican food like 4 days in a row.
Fix it, or I will have you scrapped for parts.
Oh, that's bad.
There you are.
Oh, I was on like 2 HP when I rushed in there. Okay. The game crashed. Classic. Where's it gonna put me? Made Mexican food for dinner on Thursday. Ate those leftovers Friday. Had a 10 out of 10 Mexican restaurant for dinner yesterday, and ate the last of Thursday's leftovers today. That's what I do too, Queen. Like, whenever I order from this Mexican place that I like, the burritos are huge, right? I don't eat that much to begin with, so I'll eat half of it, and I'll save the other half, you know, for the next day. And they give you a pretty big bag of chips and a decent amount of salsa and everything too, so that lasts as well for the next day if you want it. And they're not expensive either, so cool spot. It's like a new restaurant too that opened up within the last couple months or so. This is quite a ways back. Look, I'm back in this room. Is my shortcut available? I just sworn there was a shortcut somewhere in here. What the? Remember that being a thing. This is the way I came. Son of a bitch. How much you want to bet he says it's locked from the other side?
That'd be too easy.
It's always worth a shot.
I have to go through all this again.
Stay alert. If anyone comes this way, kill them.
Enemy's close. I got your back, Cal.
Nice hit.
I'm with you, Cal.
Target defense.
We're clear. Keep going up, yeah? Somehow?
There.
Never doubt it. Keep going. I'll scout around. Make sure there are no surprises.
Be careful.
Laser sword doesn't frighten me. Get him.
That was not who I wanted to grab. Well then. Is this a secret area? Will I die if I try to go over here? I think we're in a secret area here. Or I just have to go back up. Probably make that jump. Nope, I can't. Oh, but I made that! Normally there's... This is where I would drop down. So normally there's supposed to be enemies here. Here's my shortcut.
Why is this door shut?
It's locked, or jammed, or...
Oh my god, and I died again. In the same spot. Because I didn't heal. This is the shortcut, I believe. Yeah.
B2 droids are such hollow things. Get out of here, Sweater.
Yeah, shoot your own guy. That works.
You're just weak.
Oh my gosh.
Target revealed. Damn you. Your assault.
Oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong button.
I can smell the grenade. Toss it. Just more waiting for you. Now look at that. Up and away.
Oh my god, so annoying.
You pay for that. I won't let you stop us. I won't break. Enough. You scum.
Jammed door? I wonder. Do your magic, BD.
Get it. System damage.
Okay, big time shortcut opens now. Let's go refill our stims. I'll bring the enemy back too, but it's fine. Oh, not here at least. Oh, you guys though.
Happy that Marin joined the crew?
Yeah. Glad she wants to help us find Tantalor.
Ready to fire. Gotcha.
You never should have crossed us.
I wonder if you could just farm them for like experience or anything. Well, I'm like top right corner, I don't know, 80% towards another skill point, I think. Let's just see if it changes anything when we respawn them.
We gotta fight at the Cal. You are.
Acquire it.
Right between the eyes.
There they go. Take this.
Pick a target.
Reflexes. You're left. Left.
Ah, come on. Well, you can't do it with those attacks.
Blaster hot.
You'll pay.
Tough. I don't think that bar means what I thought it meant. I don't want to just practice against them now.
Nearby. Give me a second.
Nice. Who's next? That's right. Run. You'll feel this. Demoralizing, huh? You only delay your fate.
Won't know what hit him.
Target defensive. Too slow. And you're quick.
Give me a target.
I'll pick you apart.
Oh, nice. Keep forgetting like the abilities that you have. Pretty good combo though, I just kind of figured out, is starting with this and then swapping partway through to the double blade. You can just kind of keep the combo going. Might also work with the double blade. Pretty long combo.
Wait, do you hear that?
Destroyer droids. Perfect. Shield.
Taste this.
Nice.
I think that's all of them.
First time I fought Droideka was with my master during the Clone Wars. I froze. He had to take them out.
Look at you now. Bet he'd be proud.
Hope so.
So something I thought was interesting in Star Wars, like how in the movies, pretty much anytime they come across these droids, the destroyer droids, it's basically like a runaway move. Like, you can't fight them because of their shields. But in the Clone Wars, they teach you how to throw a grenade so that it just barely rolls through their shield, because their shield deflects like high velocity objects and, like, you know, ammunition and everything. But if something slow is moving slow enough, you can just go straight through their shield. So they teach you how to throw grenades so that they land and just roll through their shield and blow them up or disable them.
Spotted some hostiles. Weapons free.
Enemy is defending. I'm firing.
Hit me.
Evasion complete.
So, you know she didn't just join to find Tantalor, right?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever you say, Cal. Okay, let's see what we have here.
Turbo lift.
Is that who I think it is inside?
Let me get a closer
Z.
look. Yeah, it's Z.
Where does it go?
Control tower.
Then that's our target. I see a problem. Down there. Cal, you...
Droids.
We've seen worse. Check out those AATs. I've got a plan. So I figure I make some noise, draw them away, you slip by. Regroup at the turbo lift. What do you think?
It's risky.
We passed risky a while back. Good luck.
You too.
Ship won't fly, but there's a hangar full of craft.
An army, all ours, ready to scour this planet for my lost master.
When it's time, I'll signal.
What signal?
Trust me, you won't miss it.
What is it? Know it?
Okay, I guess I'm supposed to crawl to the other side of that.
If you catch them, blast them, you idiot. Copy that? Oh, out.
Oh. Didn't realize that was a elevator.
Breathe.
We've got 2 more points. Let's see if we can put something into more of the dual wield. Uncoiled strikes. Delay X input to perform a flurry of quick target swings. Serpent's Bite is the next one after. Focused Parry. Split Reflection. Oh, this is just... okay. Oh. I think, the next one would be...
Hobbies, we have the meats.
What's up, Angst? Saw a short the other day where they were talking about the frog boss you fought. They said that there's another thing that you get access to other than the clothing that you got. Oh? Maybe something popped up and I didn't even notice that I got it. Let you go to another orb challenge, okay. At the start of stream, in one of the shops on Kobo, there's a challenge where you fight 2 of those frog boxes at the same time. And Kirby had told me about that, and he said that it's easier than the one. And it is, but the problem is just that there's 2 of them. They're not quite as aggressive as the one that you fight. But, yeah, it's still pretty tough. I tried it twice, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna move on. I'll come back to it later. But ultimately, I do think it's better to use a different stance. I've been messing around with the dual wield stance more, and it's much quicker. You can break out of your attacks much more easily, so that might be the way to go. So I'm gonna combine. I'm gonna combine 2 stances. Babe, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing right now? Thank you for the gifted subs, love. Everybody, a bunch of cool people got the gifted subs. We got Gaiman in there, we got Ramjet in there, we got Mantis, we got Fat Guy, we got Naz. Thank you, love. I'm an adult with adult money. Whatever. Do what you want. I appreciate you. What am I gonna do with you, though? I'm meowed. I'm very meowed now. The shopkeeper was big, Angst. I forget her name. She's a big, you know, she's a big looking creature of some sort. I don't know how you would describe her, but yeah. She just sells cosmetics. And it's in the main Kobo community area, right next to, like, the bar. Grease's bar. So yeah, you fight 2 frog bosses in that. And I tried it twice, and I was like, it's still pretty tough. But I'm trying to combine. I'm going to be committing, basically, to Double Blade and Dual Wield. Double Blade is great, you know, for groups and deflecting. Mass deflection when you got a lot of people shooting at you. And then the Dual Wield is obviously much quicker. And you can combine them, too. Like, you can, in your combat... Oh, great. I didn't know that was going to happen. But basically, just in the combat, you can combine both moves pretty easily if you switch partway through. You just keep going, so it's pretty cool. But I was gonna put some points into more dual wield. So I think I'm gonna do this. So delay the X input. I wonder when you delay it, if it matters. If you can go through the full combo first. Because I need to rest. Can you go through the full combo or not? No, I think it's after the first swing. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, you can do it further into the combo. Okay. I messed it up there. 1, 2. 1, 2. The timing is a little bit tricky. Yeah, you have to pause just the right amount. Let's see if we can combine this. I almost got it. Tricky. I want to try to get it. There we go. Okay, so you definitely can chain those together. Get wrecked. The fuck? Okay, you can't beat that. It's got a direct powered shield. Get over here. Of course it's locked. Oh, I went the wrong way. I couldn't decide where I wanted to jump. Master, destroy us! I was just talking earlier, Angst, about how in the movies, you know, the destroyer droids are kind of unbeatable. You kind of just have to run from them. Unless you have a, you know, a tank. But in the Clone Wars, they teach you about how to throw grenades a certain way so that they roll through their shields slow enough, because their shields only block high velocity projectiles. But if you're going slow enough, it can go right through it. So they teach you in the Clone Wars to throw the grenade and have it be rolling slow enough to just get through their shield and take them out. Oh my god, I didn't realize there were two of them.
Now to test my work. Droid, kill them.
Roger, roger.
Oh. Okay, that's a shortcut. Uh-oh.
It's about time. A Jedi.
Okay.
Finished.
You missed him.
It's the guys that helped me out with the frog boss.
Swift.
Up here.
You call this a battle? Make it count, Jedi. Nice try. You can move.
My god, such a range. I think I just have to jump.
That's a scratch.
Yeah. Maybe I need to jump more in combat. That seems to be a winning move that I'm only now discovering.
Doesn't need it anymore. Couldn't find a way to the turbo lift.
Well, let's look for one together.
Won't be locked for long.
Just keep thinking about that first time they show him. Second in command with Gunray calls him. Something, yeah, droid the cars. Not, they're no match for droid the cars. Droidicas. I don't know why. I think that is like, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's just an accent. That's how it's spelled. Droidica. Droidicas. But throughout Clone Wars, there's other characters that call them that too. So that makes me feel like it's not just like an accent for their race or anything like that. Few words, and I never could tell what the second word would be. Alright, what do we got here? This is a wall run surface. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, okay, that's good. Got one of those here.
Hey.
What's up, Shadow?
You wire it up? I've got an idea.
Spoilers! You're fine for now. We're not doing anything too major. What the fuck is a Dakar? Droid Dakar.
Okay. Now what? Not bad.
And grinding Warframe. Nice. Finally got the Simulacrum. I have no idea what that is, Shadow. Place where you test stuff. Oh, okay. The Simulacrum. It's like a simulator. Easier to mod shit now.
What are these
Nice.
buildings?
Technical term is yurts. Living quarters. Saw them on Merrick 9. You never seen so many yurts.
Living quarters. We're in deep now.
Give me this. Whatever it is.
Good. Soon you will serve a new master.
Lots of Ravis stuff going on in Let's rest up here.
Center myself.
I'm doing good though, Shadow. All is well. So need to get the best test subject for, which is the corrupted heavy gunner. Sounds fun.
Slow up. Enemies nearby.
Oh. Oh, you want some too? Okay. Oh, fuck. Did not expect that.
Hey, buddy. Stim.
That rocket came right at my face. Don't want to see too much of the game before you play. No worries, Shadow. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I appreciate it. Enjoy Warframe.
This is fun.
What else is here?
Glad you're excited.
Raiders have gotten pretty cozy here.
Yeah, they have.
Don't worry. I doubt there'll be tales of battle droid heroism.
My orders are to not become part of any stories, what that droid said.
Holmes?
Sure. You never been to Marek 9?
Enemies close. I got your back, Cal.
Oh, fuck.
Let's take them down.
That was perfectly timed, actually. Hey, are we supposed to be going this way? Because I feel like... There's a guy up there, too. I think we are supposed to be going this way, but... There's also this area. Like, what is this? Climb up there. Ah, it's just a secret area. Cool. That's what I thought, though.
Yeah, toss them. Ravis only wants the intact ones.
Hold on. Give me that.
Nice.
You're the best.
Alright, so now we're up here.
They're onto us.
Fight! Anything else? Die! Attack! Try again!
You've traveled around a bit, right? Any
Looks
words of
valuable.
sage advice for
Why don't I hang on to that for you?
Nice try.
Good catch.
on occasion. Never faced a Jedi, though. Probably the best. So, lucky us.
Hello. If only I had a lightsaber that could cut through that surface. I guess you get in there from that side.
We got a fight ahead, Cal. I'm game if you are.
Well, what have we here?
How's your chest?
Watch the leaping around. There are so many more of us. How's this? That'll cost you. Tricky. Making me work for it, huh?
Oh, what the?
Must be a stim, bud.
You're sweating. Relax.
What have we
Take a
here?
deep breath.
Oh.
Really sexy. Nice try. Going aerial. Nice.
What's up, Nat? How's it going?
Once we get through this, Kata and I can finally rest. Somewhere quiet and peaceful. Like it used to be. Almost like it used to be.
Before I jump down there, I just want to make sure. Okay, this is where I came. Just got home from work? Oh no, you had to do the early shift, huh?
Can you get that down?
Consider it done.
More like afternoon. I was there for 5 hours. Oh. I hope it all went well. 5-hour shift isn't too bad.
This is no time to let up, Cal.
I'm coming, don't worry. Just chilling now. Could have been better. Well, you're home now. Time to relax and do a whole lot of nothing. Alright, we're gonna have a bunch of droids here. What's up, Brenzy? Darth Vader kills Seer. Cal kills the Ninth Sister. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god!
That's nothing.
Tear them apart, droids. Leave nothing but scraps.
Oh my god, no, 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 no. Oh, that's not where I wanted to throw it. Not this asshole. Wonderful aim. Whew. Oh, why didn't I jump? Woo! Quite a fight.
I don't think they like us.
Okay. Thanks for the follow, guys, by the way. Woo! Okay. I need a meditation point. Please let there be one. Renzi, real?
Think those other compasses
You
were
both,
missing?
My credits are on Santari Cree.
No kidding. If she sends Z to that Bacta tank, maybe there's more to this story.
Have you both platinumed these games? Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor? Gotten all the achievements? Where's my meditation points? We're not gonna get it. I'm just gonna go here and die.
So we rescue Z, get out of here, find Tanalor, and then what?
I'm just taking it day by day.
Maybe figure something out with Marin?
She's got her path, I've got mine.
Yeah, I've heard Jedi avoid attachment, but...
That's right.
Damn.
Just don't forget who you really are.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means trust your heart. Things are only getting worse out there. Life is precious. And so is happiness.
I wish it were that simple.
It is that simple. If you see a future with Marin, embrace it.
I don't understand. I can't just... Boat. Hey, clankers! Over here. A little further. Perfect.
Thanks. I'll look for another way around. You find that droid. And stay alive.
Ah, what twat. I just want to see, make sure there wasn't something I missed back there. Now we're going the long way around.
I don't think anyone's been back here in a while, buddy.
Oh, there's some droids here.
Droids from the Force Ray.
I wonder if I was supposed to come here.
Dagon's gonna destroy Z to get what he wants. He's obsessed. He
Seems
shouldn't have
like
left
it.
her at the outpost.
I might have missed something where those droids were, though. So many crevices. Ooh. What the fuck?
Jedi.
You're a bold one.
There it is.
What do you want with that?
That's Dagon's orders. This is for me.
What the heck? This guy?
Nice one, BD.
Whee! BD did that though?
They're onto us. We have to get out of here now. That was clever.
Sometimes the solution to a problem lies in how it's framed. Always consider the situation from multiple angles.
Slam to destroy the turrets? It's that easy, huh? Okay. I've always thought too, like if they're gonna give you this kind of solution to those turrets, like when it comes to locked doors and everything, I should be able to just, through the Force, unlock the door from the other side, you know?
I'm good, buddy. Let's go.
Yay! A meditation point. Got one skill point. Last time stretched? Never. Alright. Never. That was the chair, Pooh Bear. It was the chair. See? Hear this? Focus parry. Split reflection. I'm gonna do this one because this is the next one in the combo. Hold X through the flurry. So it goes a little bit longer now. Weisenheimer! Thank you for the follow, Weisen. How you doing, my friend?
We need the tuner back. Gives them access to everything Kree locked down.
Glad I can just use the Force to do everything now. Oops. you can climb it. Okay, good. Cracking them old bones. You're doing good, Wizen? Nice. Have you played this game before? Only a Sith would use the Force to do everything. Alright, Pooh Bear, you think it's not the chair, huh? Let's see. Oh crap. Alright. Never. It's the chair. Why is it so small? Did Twitch change the layout for the clips? Never. Yeah, that's the chair. Carefully in the beginning, okay. Alright. Never. Actually, Pooh Bear, I think you're right. Right here, though. Not in the beginning. Wait. Right here? Right there. I think you're right, Pooh Bear. Right here. Whatever. Whatever. Last Star Wars game you played was Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, wow. Wizen, I highly recommend this game and the one before it. Fallen Order, which is the first one, is also very good. Battlefront, the most recent Battlefront that came out too, that's also a really great game. Not just for the multiplayer, but the story is really good too. It's not that long, but it's really great for what it is. Graphics and sound and the music, honestly, Battlefront, I recommend purely for just the feeling that you are in a Star Wars movie playing that game. Like, it truly feels like that. The music and the sound and the voice acting is all top notch. And it does make you feel like you're just playing the movie, which is super cool. Alright, where am I going here? I guess I'm climbing? Oh no, we're doing this. Needed that. So we're going this way, huh? Oh, we're just going back down. What, BD?
Yeah? Let's see.
What a mess. Leaking pipes, exposed wires, a recipe for disaster. I guess this will mean reporting in. Then documenting, noting, logging. A lot of bureaucracy. Perfect job for a B1.
Yeah, that's an OSHA violation right there, right, Ongst? This is your guy right here. We gotta talk to him.
What's happening? Where's your strength? That'll heal.
Okay, so I can do that on enemies now. That's cool. Ah!
get us topside, I think.
Ooh, just barely made that. Then we just drop down. Thank you, BD. There's our shortcut. Then we can go through there for some reason. But let's deal with these first.
There he is.
That's funny.
Let's take this to Doma's.
Ever play the N64 Star Wars where you have to take down the AT-AT from Empire Strikes Back? I don't think so. Not on N64. The only Star Wars game I recall playing on N64 was the pod racing one, which I loved. Top tier game. Amazing graphics for the time. Super fun. Easily a console selling game. Easily probably the best game ever made on N64. Rogue Squadron. On the GameCube, I remember Rogue Squadron. No way, that wasn't aimed to get a response. Yep, I was checking to see if you were still listening. Amazing game though, right? Why isn't it the pod racing? It was sick. I remember reading in a gaming magazine at the time when it had just been announced and they were showing screenshots of it. Going through like, you know, the Tatooine desert level. Ugh. So realistic. You really felt the speed of those pod racers too. And there were a lot of other maps too that were really cool. Oh, you can just stab them. Okay. Got some sick moves now.
No way of getting through.
I remember Rogue Squadron when that got announced for the GameCube though. That was also like a step up. Like the number of enemies, the space combat was really top tier. The graphics, amazing. I wonder. I can't aim it up there. Can't get it up there. Well.
Now, if I just... There! Sorry, old droid, but I promise you're gonna live on.
I actually got Rogue Squadron for free. I was in middle school at the time when that game came out, I believe, and I had a teacher. I don't remember what course it was. It was I don't know why I can't remember the subject, but I had a teacher who gave out like prizes, you know, for doing good work and all that kind of good stuff. So she would have these assignments, like these writing assignments, where she'd give you, like, allow you to accumulate points for certain prizes and stuff that she had. Well, one of the prizes was Rogue Squadron. And so I did a ton of extra credit to accumulate points to basically just get that game for free. So it was pretty cool.
That's not moving.
There you are. Rejected. There was nothing. Distancing. There's a body running.
I'm hit. Taking the shot.
Dim, please, buddy.
You got a teacher once who said there's no such thing as a free lunch, but he didn't say game. Yeah, this teacher too, she was also a pretty big Star Wars fan. So she would be talking about the movies and stuff when they were coming out, the prequels.
Bode? Bode, can you hear me? Must be out of range, or they're jamming our comms. I'm sure he's okay, but for now we have to go it alone. Maybe we can get to that turbo lift now.
Alright, we're back here.
Breathe.
So suddenly, with our new abilities, we can get to a turbo lift. I guess is this over here. Yeah. That's blocked. There is a force thing in there, though. We want to see if we can get that. We've been down there before. We fought him.
Centauri, your work is unparalleled. But sending a droid instead of facing me yourself, such cowardice.
A small price to pay for her sparing your life.
Tell me, did the Jedi's death satisfy you?
He escaped.
All those years of incarceration dull your edge.
Sharp enough to see the Jedi might be your equal.
Say it again and I'll cut out your tongue.
It'll grow back. Dagon, listen. The Jedi is a threat.
Not now that we have this.
I already duplicated the device's frequencies. We can now access any site she sealed.
Well done, Ravis. You, activate the forest array. Go to the Shattered Moon. I know where Centauri hid the last compass.
Dagon. After you have it, I will consider my oath to you fulfilled.
What then, old friend?
The galaxy has changed. There are many wars, but little honor to be won from them.
Once we are on Tanalor, perhaps we can dream up a new war. You and I.
Perhaps. Before I go, do you want me to scrap the droid?
No. Centauri must have purged the droid's memory bank. Has no knowledge of the compass. I will tear it down to the bolts and reprogram it to serve me as it once served her.
Ravis strikes me as the type that is going to end up being an ally at some point. I feel like old Dagon is going to betray him in some way. Alright, we've got 2 sides to go to. Is the correct side? This seems like probably the correct side going up. Does that go down? Yes, it does. Okay. Hooah! This doesn't seem like it's just a hidden area. Let's go back. Jump there, I can't make that. Oh, there we go. It's just low enough. Blah.
Z's close.
Okay, we've done nothing. We are supposed to go this way.
The commander's gone. The ship's coming apart. Detach the sphere. Do it now.
Almost got another skill point.
Dagon could be anywhere. Ready, BD? If you're ready, I'm ready.
right, Z. Let's get you out of there.
Do hurry, Cal. He's going to reprogram me.
That droid is mine.
I suppose I'll rescue myself.
So you survived Ravis. How?
The usual. You murdered your fellow Jedi.
I struck down those who stood against me. Leave us or share their fate?
Even if you believe the Council betrayed you, they were still your family.
How arrogant. That you would presume to know what drives me?
What I can see is your obsession with Tanalor has blinded you. Whatever happened, you can't change the past. Trust me on that one.
Perhaps you're right. The past is a chain. I must sever it completely. The tuner is mine. The droid.
What the heck?
Tanalor is mine.
Master Creature have left you in that tank to rot. Freedom!
Hang on, Z.
That was the plan.
Finished, Jedi.
We'll help you, D.
I'll break you. Trivial. How?
Buddies, help!
I'm trying to do... There we go. Oh, he blocks it. He's got some new abilities.